There comes a strange moment in life. Someone finally gets a success they worked for, a better job, more money, more respect, or simply a better life. And then people around them quietly start saying something. They've changed. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it isn't. But it happens so often that it makes people wonder, why do people change after success? Today, that's what we're going to understand. Not whether success changes people, but why it seems to happen so often. Because once you understand what's really happening, you'll stop getting surprised by it. You'll start seeing it much more clearly. The first thing to understand is this: success changes your situation. And when your situation changes, your behavior often changes too. Think about someone who has been worried about money for years. Every decision they make is careful. Every expense matters. Now, imagine that same person suddenly becomes financially comfortable. They no longer have to think about every small purchase. Their daily life changes. So naturally, some of their habits change too. That doesn't automatically mean they've become a different person. It means they're living in a different situation. People often confuse changed circumstances with changed character. Those are not always the same thing. But there is another reason, and this one goes much deeper. Our brain slowly adjusts to whatever becomes normal. Psychologists call this adaptation. That simply means your mind gets used to things. Think about your first smartphone. When you got it, you were excited. You probably looked at it every few minutes. A few months later, it just became normal. Nothing about the phone changed. Your mind simply got used to having it. Success works the same way. The first achievement feels huge. Then it becomes your new normal. Once that happens, people often start wanting the next thing, not because they're greedy, but because the human brain quickly adjusts to improvement. This is why someone who once dreamed of earning a certain amount of money may still feel unsatisfied after reaching it. Their standard has quietly moved higher. Now, there's another change that many people don't notice. Success changes the people around you. Before success, people expect very little from you. After success, expectations become much bigger. Some people suddenly want your attention. Some want your help. Some want your time, some want your money, and some simply want to be close to your success. When this happens, successful people often become more careful. They say no more often. They trust fewer people. They protect their time. From the outside, this can look like arrogance, but sometimes it's simply protection. Imagine you own a small shop. Only a few customers come each day. You have time to talk to everyone. Now, imagine that shop becomes famous overnight. Hundreds of people arrive every day. You no longer can give everyone the same amount of time. People might say you've changed, but the truth is, your circumstances changed first. There is something else that happens too. Success gives people more freedom, and freedom reveals habits that were already there. Imagine someone who has always been kind. When they become successful, they often become even more generous. Now, imagine someone who has always looked down on others. Success may simply remove the limits that were hiding that attitude. In other words, success doesn't always create a new personality. Sometimes it simply removes the mask. This is why two successful people can become completely different. One becomes humble, the other becomes proud. The money is similar. The fame is similar. The difference was already inside them. Success simply gave it room to appear. There's another mistake many of us make. We expect people to stay exactly the same forever. But people aren't photographs. They're living human beings. Every experience changes them a little. Failure changes people. Pain changes people. Love changes people. Becoming a parent changes people. Growing older changes people. Success is simply one more experience that can shape someone, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. The important question isn't whether someone changed. The real question is what direction they changed in. Did they become calmer or more impatient? Did they become kinder or more selfish? That's what really matters. So how should you think about success if it comes into your own life one day? Keep one simple idea in your mind. Don't use success to decide who you are. Use your values to decide who you are. Values are the things you choose to stand by even when life changes. Think about a tree during different seasons. In summer, it has green leaves. In autumn, the leaves fall. In winter, it looks completely different. The outside changes, but the roots stay in the same place. Your success is like the seasons. Your values are the roots. If the roots stay strong, the changing seasons won't destroy the tree. And if you found this conversation valuable, then there's a free resource waiting for you in the description, which will make you think about it more deeply. Till then, stay positive. See you in the next one.